quiz. You have 2.5 hours all to yourself. You haven't had a lot of time to yourself in the past 2 months. What do you do with yourself? Besides vlog, welcome back to my channel. Into 2.5 hours all by myself. I don't know what to do. I feel like I have a list so long, like I'm dying to get my nails done. I need to get a car wash. I kind of just want to sit and stare. I definitely want to vlog. Where to begin? Where to begin? I think I need to go get cash because car washes, still with tips and stuff, you need cash. Also, nail salons still need cash. There's very few places in this world now that take cash or like require cash. But today I feel like they all do. So let's head to the bank, pull out some cash and get crazy. And by get crazy, I mean go to the car wash. Guys, life is very exciting. Let's go. I feel like I've become so paranoid, just like in general, but you know, the world is really volatile and crazy right now, and I don't trust anyone, but, which is terrible, but I feel like at the ATM specifically, I'm like so paranoid, which is like reasonable. You should very much be careful. But then I kind of laugh to myself because joke is on the person that ends up holding me up because there's no money in my account. Enjoy my debt. Okay, I got a car wash and I feel like a brand new mom. I've got a clean mom car, which is an oxymoron. Also, I was having a long conversation. It was like the nicest conversation with the guy that had cleaned my car, and he was telling me about how every day is a beautiful day and thank God, and like it was just like so sweet. And then I got in the car and I looked in the mirror and I have the biggest booger in my nose. So there's that. Still a beautiful day. I'm gonna try to cram in a nail appointment. I am going to a place that Tracy told me to go to. Hopefully, I didn't make an appointment. Hopefully they can like cram me in real fast before I have to get back to my real life. I'm so excited. I haven't gotten my nails done since far before the birth, and to say my toenails look horrendous would be an understatement. I've been wearing closed-toed shoes because I'm ashamed of them. So this is not only, you know, a luxury, but it's a necessity. What colors are in style? What should I do? Do I do gels, or are gels killing us? Do I do dips, or are dips too extreme? Let's see what kind of nonsense I can get into. Boom. Who is she? Unclear. I have no idea who I am anymore. I'm having a sincere identity crisis. Like, I'm tripping out. I talked about this in my last video. If you missed it, I did a Target try on video. Go over there and check that out. I said in that I like felt like when I was in Target, I was cheating on my family because I've been in this like crazy sort of routine of caring for my child, which I'm so blessed and happy to be doing, but it's a trip because you're seriously just like, that's all I've been doing. And I'm on this, like, she's on such a schedule that I'm on such a schedule that like life just goes in 4-hour chunks because we feed her like every 4 hours right now. And so the days are just like around the clock in 4-hour chunks, and they just kind of repeat themselves. Like the routine repeats itself, resets itself every 4 hours. So there's very little, if not any, time for myself to be like, wait, who am I? What am I? How do I take care of myself? How do I reestablish my own personal routines? And obviously I know right now we're in like the thick of it, so there is no real routine or like self-care routines for myself at the moment other than squeezing them in when I can. But when I have a day like this where I have a little bit of time and I'm literally hiding in the car because I have like 20 more minutes to myself, I like stop and think like, whoa, wait a second, who was I before all this? And who am I now? Deep questions, you know what I mean? Drinking more coffee, obviously, as you do. Anyways, the nail salon turned out to be amazing. I went for good old-fashioned Big Apple Red. OPI? SC? SC. Big Apple Red. I did go for the gel. I'm starting to be like, I shouldn't do gel anymore. I know it's not good for you to put your hands in the machine. I should be wearing gloves. But the guy that did my nails was like, I'm the master of the dip, which, you know, I'm thinking a lot of people claim to be the master of the dip nails. But he seemed really passionate about the dip. So I think I'm going to try the dip next time. The only weird thing about the dip to me is that you're dipping your finger into a thing that like lots of people have dipped their fingers into, and it kind of freaks me out. Does that freak anyone else out in terms of like health? I mean, I guess they're like cleaning your nails like really well before they put them in. I guess I could buy my own dip. I have a friend who like literally is so germophobic, but loves to get her nails done. So she brings everything herself. Like she brings the thing to like soak her hands and toes in, which, you know what, respect. At this point, back in like my 20s, even my 30s, I was like so embarrassed about everything, and I cared so much about what everyone thought. And not to say I don't still think that, because I do, but I feel like every year I get older, I feel less and less. I give less and less, insert the effort here. And I'm like, you know what, you just gotta do like what makes you the most comfortable, and if that makes you the most comfortable, then like by all means do it. Also, who cares? You probably won't see most of these people ever again. Anyways, did that, got my toes done as well in the same color, grabbed a coffee, and now, like I said, I'm sitting in my car avoiding going up because I have a few more minutes to myself. I miss Mental Health Awareness Day, but I feel like every day should be Mental Health Awareness Day. I just want to send out love to anyone who's struggling right now. It is, again, such a hard time. I feel like we just keep getting hit with so many difficult hurdles and overwhelming stuff going on in the world. So I just want you to know that you are not alone, and that if you need help, please reach out. I'm soon going to be doing a brand deal promoting more mental health, which is like appropriate for my channel and for what I stand for. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for understanding when I do take brand deals. They're few and far between, but they help me out so much, and I really try to vet them and do the ones that I stand behind. So anything having to do with mental health, as you guys know, is like I feel super passionate about. And I've been upping my therapy. People have been asking me about my Zoloft. I'll talk about that soon if I went back on it. You know what? Screw it. I can talk about it now because I don't think that'll interfere with the next video. I did go back on. Before I got pregnant, I was on Zoloft. This is just my own personal experience. Everyone should consult a doctor before making any of these decisions, because every body and everybody is different, and everyone's chemical makeups are different. And for me, I had gone off it while I was pregnant. It was just a personal choice. They said that you can stay on it and your baby would be perfectly healthy. I've decided that I was going to try to wean myself off of it, and my doctor noted that your body produces different chemicals while you're pregnant, so it might in theory be pumping out stuff that I was missing before, which is why I was taking Zoloft. That's the like most vague medical explanation. Anyways, so afterwards I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll just like stay off of it. And you know, I'm trying to be as like clean to my body as possible. Again, personal choices, as I drink more coffee. But then I had my heart thing happen, and then I got home, and then I was experiencing really bad postpartum and also trauma from the whole heart situation and from being away from my child and from my traumatic birth. And it was just like a lot of stress and a lot of things, and it got to the point where I was having a few really bad weeks. I alluded to them in my vlogs, but I never fully addressed them. My postpartum got deep and dark, and it felt like there was no way out. And that's when I was like, okay, it's time. I'm doing talk therapy. I'm upping my talk therapy, but I definitely like need some extra help. And so I went back on a very low dose of Zoloft, and even just like the very small amount that I'm on helped significantly. So for those who have been like asking consistently if I went back on it, yes, I am back on a very small dose, and I think I will stick with that. In fact, they like prescribed me a very small dose, a pill, and then they said start with half and then build to a full, and I've just stayed at the half because I feel pretty good on the half. So that's where I'm at with that. All right, my time's up. I have to go back in. I will update you shortly on how baby girl did without me. I feel like next up on my self-care is going to be a facial. I haven't done one in forever, and I feel like my skin is ready. Okay, I talk about, sorry, okay, I need to go back in, vote really fast. I do talk about trying to be very mindful with my spending, and today I went crazy, obviously, but there are certain things that I feel like if you invest in, then in the long run you end up saving money. And something I learned really early on in life is that if you invest in your skincare, that you will end up spending so much less in the future. And so I've never gotten any Botox or any sort of work in terms of that, even though like I've been looking at my forehead and I'm like, okay girl, but like I would probably cut bangs before doing any Botox. No judgment to those that do it. I just feel weird about putting stuff into my face, and I also feel like once you start, it's really hard to stop. But anyways, I have been doing pretty consistent facials since I started when I was very young because I had really bad skin. My mom would take me, and then after college I started going like consistently, and it has helped my skin so much that, again, I think it's a good investment in the long run. I spend so little on face products because I don't need to like keep trying new ones. I just have been consistently using the same face products forever. I will leave the links to that below. They're hard to find. It's Fidemer and Yanka, which are super expensive, but you only need very little and they last a long time. But again, saving money on not having to try a million products over the years, and then just like saving on, like I said, Botox or anything of that sort, which adds up fast and becomes addicting. So there you go. Spend wisely. These vlogs have just become about me just like vomiting my feelings, thoughts, and moments in life. And I guess if you're here, you're just enjoying my rambles and or you just need some background noise. So cheers to me providing you background noise while what are you doing right now? Cleaning, cooking, pooping? Let me know. I feel like you're very passionate about this and it needs to be filmed.
I am. I'm trying to get Lisa to try this lozenge, but a big theme in our marriage is how it works is I try to get you to do something you won't for 6 months, and then you'll do it and you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And I'll be like, I know. So just try this lozenge.
But I have flavors in my mouth that I'm enjoying right now and I don't want them to go away.
This is not an unflavorful lozenge. This is a very flavorful lozenge. This is traditional medicinals throat coat lozenge. I'm a big fan of throat coat tea. It really helps with licorice, root, and slippery elm. Singers and actors know, but I like it even when I don't have a bad throat thing. And this is the lozenge version of that tea, and it would mean a lot to me in the longevity of our marriage if you try this.
Are you a singer?
Just answer the question. Would you try it for me?
Are you a singer?
When I'm drunk enough.
Let's hear it.
Time for the lozenge. Eat the fucking lozenge. Be a good wife and do what I ask. Try the lozenge.
You're not honoring the fact that I'm really enjoying the flavor that's in my mouth right now.
It's time for a new flavor.
A flavor that savors.
Go for it.
Here. I feel like our flavor profiles are
For 3 days I've been trying to get you to try this lozenge.
Okay. It like changes as time goes on.
No, it doesn't. You're being ridiculous.
At first I'm like, ooh, lemon. And then I'm like, ew, there's some sort of herby in there. Which herb is in there?
I just said them. There's licorice root and slippery elm.
I don't know if I like the slippery elm. I was really enjoying the flavors previously in my mouth.
Just, what do you think of the lozenge?
It's fine.
Yes, thank you. Amazing that we didn't have to go 6 weeks. Don't waste it. No, you're doing it for the camera. It's performative.
It's not.
Do
I have to finish it?
You don't want the rest of the lozenge?
No, you want it?
Kind of.
Contact.
Lozenge.
Show and tell time.
This is my new starship. This is the USS Voyager. You might remember it.
Like a really good angle
from
of it.
UPN Star Trek show Voyager, captained by Catherine Janeway. And it's really cool. I have my starships on my desk because I'm not a virgin.
That one's actually pretty cool.
It's pretty great. It's an important ship.
Still a really good.
Intrepid class. You could put the Star Trek Voyager theme behind this if you want.
I think it's probably not.
Or like some public domain Final Cut music.
How about since you're a singer with your throat coat, you sing it?
How about you just appreciate the lozenge that I tried to share with you? Take the bid in relationships. A bid is when someone shares something with you that they're excited about. Doesn't mean that you have to love it or not, but it means that they want you to partake in the thing that they care about. And if you just say, yeah, shut it down, you're turning down the bid, and that hurts, and that accumulates over time.
Are you excited about my nails?
Are you trying to bid me now?
Yeah.
This feels like this feels like you artificially try to create a bid to prove a point.
Like them?
Yeah, I do. They're cherry red for Christmas. Yes?
Big apple red.
Big apple red for New York. Hey, keep on trucking, New York.
Jeff, you're really providing me with great content today. Thank you.
Well, 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 who is the cutest dad in all the land?
We had a frank discussion, my daughter and I, about how she needs to stop crying around me and respect me. And this is the result of firm parenting.
It's pretty good. Also, please note this new hat that we got yesterday for her. It's so cute. Dying. Just dying. Cute. Jeff is currently trying to get Annie back down. She always falls asleep in the carrier on walks, and then the minute we get home and we undo the carrier, she's like wide awake. But I have to say, since we switched her to this last formula, the 8th formula we've tried, she has been so much calmer, way less crying. I was able to take her, ladies and gentlemen, to the mall yesterday. My mom and I went to the mall because she's a valley girl. She has to go to the mall. It was her first trip to the mall, and it was so exciting. She did pretty good. There was a moment where she was like crying, of course, like right when we sat down to get a snack and a drink. She started going crazy. But I quickly put her in the carrier and she was totally fine. So yeah, I feel like we have a whole new kid suddenly. I don't know if it's just the formula or also she's growing, or also like probably a combination of like she's growing, we finally are figuring out the formula, and we're also just like more confident as parents, and we kind of got a better handle of her, so we know what to do when she's like in discomfort. But it's like a world of difference. She's literally crying just as I said that because she has great comedic timing. So anyways, this is just a reminder to myself as I edit this back, as I watch this back, and to anyone who needs to hear it. It will always get better. You just have to keep pushing, persevering, trying new things, and giving yourself grace and patience. And even if one day is hard, the next day might be better. So hang in there. Love you guys. Thanks for being here with me today. And also, I wanted to do this with Jeff, but stay tuned because we are obsessed with Family Feud, and I feel like it's all we do is watch Family Feud in between feeding Annie and getting her down, because our brains are like so empty by the time we sit down to watch TV that lately we've just been watching Family Feud. Like, it's on at all hours, like all the time. And I feel like Jeff is so good at it, so I feel as though we need to do a little mini Family Feud here on our channel just to see what nonsense comes out of our mouth. So if you want to see that, let us know in the comments below. Jeff does a great Steve Harvey. I'm just saying. All right, see you guys next time.